Uh, Good, happy Thursday trading. I haven't looked at the market one bit today. Um, Busy doing research. I did look at the silver price. I saw it about 12 o'clock. It was flat, but made so much gains, I decided to get back in. But trust me, I don't tolerate losses. If metals begin to disappoint me, then I liquidate them. I got too many other asset classes that I can invest in. And holding around a bunch of metal sometimes, it's just it's just better to sell it and get dollars and play with those. And then jump back in when metals want to begin to act like I want them to act. Anyways, so let's get back to what we're here for. Um, Market analysis, technical analysis. I've added some stuff to the investing in the recession paper. If you go to the end, for those that have already looked at it, you're going to scroll all the way down until you get sort of kind of to asset class energy. And I will explain why I'm not that interested in oil and why I am so bullish on LNG. And after doing my market analysis, technical analysis of one particular company that deals with LNG, it's not just an issue of profits, it's an issue of national security. I strongly believe that now the dollar is pegged to oil. The kind of investment that's going into LNG, I am a firm believer that soon the dollar will be pegged to a domestic natural gas industry. Bye bye. And I know this is so far over everyone's head. I never get any comments on my YouTube channel. I get a lot of likes. I get a few likes, and I get mostly views. But so I don't know what your guys' level of trading is, but I got a lot of positive feedback on foreign direct investment. Starting off with that. Now we're into asset. We did agriculture, people like that. Now we're getting into asset class energy. We bypass oil, number one, because there's no volatility in oil. It's stagnant. You're going to see maybe $55, $52 a barrel, and that's all the market movement you have. With legacy oil fields dying out. The world's already has found a replacement. And up until 2020, direct investment was sufficient. But if you read the report at 2020, expansion as far as infrastructure for LNG will probably come to a standstill and sort of kind of stop its expansion. If you look at the price of some of these stocks that deal with LNG, they're extremely low. But that's not going to be forever. This is basically a 5-year investment to quadruple your money in a heartbeat. No doubt. It's detailed in the literature that the LNG has expanded into China up to 45%, Japan 20%, Royal Dutch Shell, the big major conglomerates know that oil's coming to an end and they're making a slow transfer. I think the United States government understands oil's coming to an end. And when I think, I'm very positive that you're going to see a domestic LNG, which is liquefied natural gas, instead of pegged to a petrodollar, it will be pegged to natural gas. So everybody says the dollar's going to go back to the gold standard, or they have to find some kind of medium to base the value of the dollar on. It's too slow. You're too slow. They're going to base it on liquefied natural gas because that's the new big energy source. It's clean, it's easy to get your hands on, and it's easy to transport. Quote unquote LNG, they liquefied natural gas. That's the future. That's where I'm going. Not only that, the infrastructure is still in its infancy. So they're building ships, trains, new facilities. So as it says in the literature, on a date soon to come, I'm going to be getting into the companies that are attached, that are pegged to these companies that are involved in liquefied natural gas. There's still quite a bit of manufacturing, building of ships, and other infrastructure items that need to be completed. And that will be the next direction I'm going to go into, would be manufacturing. I'm going to forget the cars, forget the dishwashers, forget the washing machines, all the durable goods that we normally follow. You buy GE or you buy Whirlpool. There's going to be very little movement of these companies in a recessionary period, and you have to move to where the volatility and where the money is. So this is where I'm taking you. We're talking about several, what I counted in what I've written today, in the trillions of dollars of investment going into LNG. It's a national security issue, not just the issue of profitability. These companies require infrastructure that requires manufacturing, shipbuilding, like I said. So that's where I'm taking you guys, into something that's worth your time, worth your money, something that has a top end. No one knows where the top end is at. It depends on how far oil goes down to the bottom end, as far as how fast this transfer is going to take place. There's fortunes to be made here, and you can get in on the cheap. I can't imagine LNG being more than $25 a share. It may be 30, even if it's 50. It's a killing. These companies need investment capital, and that's where I'm getting at. It's a national security issue because what do IPOs? Why do companies issue IPOs? For research and development and investment in investment capital. That's why they issue IPOs. So we can help the industry, help us get rich by investing in these companies. There's a lot of big wigs that have already invested, big heavy hitters. It's just, it takes someone to come out there and put the strategy together and present it to their audience. And this is what I'm doing right now. I stumbled on this by accident today, just looking to fill some slots. And I stumbled on liquefied natural gas, and I've been spending all day on the study. There's a source video at the end with a little bit of technical analysis on LNG, or you'll see everything that's there, and also a particular IPO that is concerning LNG. And then I've given the whole comprehensive global, and because we're talking about energy, market analysis doesn't cut it. We're talking about a global supply chain analysis of how that product is going to do globally. I may add that the pipeline from Russia to Germany, forget the name of it, was not mentioned, but they have cut big liquefied natural gas deals with England. That's not mentioned in the literature because I didn't see anything on it that was worth anything. So at the end of the day, so I guess at this point, America has given up on stopping that German-Russian pipeline. I don't know. Now I know why they're doing it, because that would expand U.S. natural gas infrastructure to be able to push that all the way through Germany. But Germany wants to get their energy from a closer source. And then the argument about global warming has been smashed again. Because there is an opening gap for LNG in today's current market, meaning the temperatures are getting colder, not warmer. Demand would be down if it was warmer. Supply chains would be shortened if it was warmer, but it's getting colder. No doubt. Trying to give you a comprehensive view of what's in the literature because I want you to go to it. I want you to read it. I mean, watching a quick video, blah, 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 to me, at this point in the game for me is BS. Graphics, look, it does. You sitting there watching graphics does nothing for your bank account. Totally. There's a lot of hardcore information for those of you that haven't seen it. Read the whole thing, because we're talking about retail supply chains. Now we're talking about energy, LNG supply chains. It will, present it as a spyglass into what current environment we have as far as where has the current administration taken us. As you know, on my channel, we don't play politics. We're here to make money. So I don't favor, here in this channel, I don't favor anything but getting paid. My personal life is something else. But in this case, I think the Trump administration is on to something about pegging the US dollar to LNG to get us out of this fucking mess we're in. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, comment, go to the link, look at the literature, tell me what you think. If you see any typos, I'm not an English teacher. But what I do is I have the patience to find something and dig it up and put it out there. Anyways, this is Jonathan Williams for Stuck Review. I'll see you guys there again.